All right, today I'm going to show you how to dry your clothes faster inside of a dryer. But before I get started, if you find my video helpful in any way, can you give me a thumbs up, like, and subscribe to my channel? I'll appreciate it tremendously. All right, so let's go and get started. So right here is my dryer, okay? So I'm gonna show you how to get it to dry faster. You all want your clothes to be dried fast so you can get on with your day. Now, the first thing that you want to do is make sure that the lint filter is clean. All right, so you have a lint trap filter right here in your dryer. In your particular dryer, it may be located in a different place, but you always want to make sure it's clean. So you clean all of this out fairly good, and I'm doing the best I can for the sake of this video right here. All right, so that's good. So make sure it's clean. All right, that's the first, because if this is clogged up, the air cannot flow through the dryer and through the lint filter efficiently, so your clothes won't dry in an efficient manner. So take that lint, toss it away. And if you can see any lint trapped in here, just a little bit, whatever, go ahead and pull that out and get that done. Now, if it's really messy, you may need to have a professional get a certain tool to clean down in there to get that clean, because that could be preventing your dryer from drying efficiently. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the clean filter in there. And if you have a secondary filter, which I have, you probably need to go back and clean that out as well. See, that has this. Just go ahead and get that lint off of that. And there's lint in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull all of that out, toss that in the trash, and then put the secondary filter. Now, all dryers may not have this secondary dryer lint trap, but this one does. So I went ahead and cleaned that one. So now that you have that, you have the lint filters cleaned out right here. Now it's time to put in the clothes that just finished in the wash. So right here I have clothes that have just finished in the wash. They're done. I'm going to add them to the mix right here. Going to go ahead and add the wet clothes to the mix. Now it's important that when you do add the clothes to the dryer, make sure that they have been went through the spin cycle and the water, excess water from the clothes, has been spun out. All right. So make sure you have that. And there's also, if your washer has an option for the spin speed, if it has that option, go ahead and select that for the highest speed if your clothes can tolerate it, or extra spin if required. And so once you have that, go ahead and toss the clothes inside of the dryer. Now it's important, if you have a lot of clothes, it's going to make it difficult for your clothes to dry fast. So it's probably better to have smaller loads or fewer clothes to add to the dryer after they've been washed, in order to ensure that the wash or the dry is fast. If there's a couple of items that you want to wear like right away, go ahead and take out most of the items and leave the items in there and let them dry, and they'll dry faster. And when they're done, you can go ahead and put those clothes on and put the rest of the wash or the wet clothes inside of the dryer and just have a normal dry. And so once you have all of the clothes in there, go ahead and shut the door. And then you're going to go ahead and turn on your dryer. Now this is a selection right here where you get to. All right, so we have this right here. You have different dry settings. All right, so if you have a quick dry setting, which is right here, go ahead and use the quick dry. Now what that typically does is, with the quick dry, it dries probably with a higher temperature and a faster rate of air blowing through the dryer to dry the clothes fast. Okay, so if you have the quick dry option, select that, then go ahead and press start to dry the clothes. Okay, you can go ahead and do that, but I'm not going to do that. So it's just like, if you don't have the quick dry option, there are other selections that you can choose from. Okay, so say for instance you don't have the quick dry option, I'm just going to go ahead and go to normal. You see that? Have normal selection. And so once I have normal, I'm going to go right here and I'm going to make selections. So you can adjust the temperature. If you have a normal, you can adjust the temperature. High temperature will typically allow your clothes to dry faster, but your clothes may not be made to handle the high temperature, so you may have to go to medium. Okay, so when you're on a normal, the lowest you can go is medium. Now, if you use something like a delicate dry, so let's go to delicates, it goes to low and extra low. Those are your options, low, extra low, right here. And if you have that selection, it will not dry your clothes fast, okay? It's a low temperature, so it will not dry them fast, okay? So I'm gonna go ahead and go back to normal. See that? Go ahead back to normal. And then I have the high dry temperature, but then there's also the dry level. Now you can have normal dry, which is cool, but if you have thicker garments like a sweatshirt or something like that, you'll notice that your sweatshirt or towels may not become dry with normal dry. And so it'll extend the time that it'll take to dry because you have to come back and restart the dryer. So you can go ahead and change the dry level to normal or to more or to very dry. In your particular dryer, it may have different options for dry level, but these are the typical right here. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and just go to normal, high temperature right there. Or, I'm just gonna go to quick dry and then dry. And so when I'm doing this, this works for my particular dryer, which is a Samsung. Your particular dryer may have different options, so it's important to read the user manual, owner manual for your particular dryer. Now I'm going to go ahead and start this, and that is how you dry your clothes quickly. I hope this was helpful. Thanks a lot for watching.